Welcome back to the Craft Beer Cult, everybody.
Hey.
He's back.
Joey.
What? I was there last week, too. You just never
You blend in, man.
tapped me on the shoulder or anything.
You should have
You
worked
can't
out.
even tell that you're there sometimes.
No.
Just like,
Camouflage.
one.
Yeah. Chameleon.
I thought, I'd just be a billboard for the new awesome t-shirts we have.
buy one.
We do. We do have nice t-shirts. I mean, obviously.
Messages for more info. But today, it's not about the t-shirts. It's about this brewery out of
Belgium.
All right.
And where in Belgium? I couldn't fucking tell you.
I
Man,
don't know.
I love. I've
I
been
can't
meaning to
read.
go there.
It just says product of Belgium. This one's 10%.
10%.
10% alcohol. It's all started out, I think, in the 1900s, making two types of cheese in the 30s before they started brewing beer.
The beer's made of cheese.
I think it's an active ingredient. Maybe that's how they made the yeast.
But the brewery is in
Why is that?
Watau,
Belgium.
Belgium.
Belgium. All right.
And
Watau.
it's
Watau.
one of-
Maybe Watau. I don't speak Belgian.
So you've
It
heard of like
sounds
the
like
Trappist beers, right? I mean,
It is Trappist.
it's
a
Trappist beer from like an abbey, but
It
this
is.
one isn't an abbey anymore.
No.
Sounds like they kind
They're
of
one of the only ones that kind of like took an old recipe and kind of made it their own, or continued making it.
So same beer, no monks.
I could totally be wrong. Look it up.
Yeah.
We sent you to look it up, and that's what we got.
Well, Tap usually does more homework than any of us, so I'll go with what he says.
All right, what's up, everybody? First up, we got the Apt 12. Want to throw that at them, Fred? Throw that at them.
Oh,
Show them
yeah.
what we got going on here. It's the Apt 12 from, like we said, St. Bernardus. I'm not.
Bernardus.
Bernardus.
Still.
My word's always hard. But anyway, starting this off with the porter.
No,
It's
not
actually
it's not a
quadruple.
Porter. It's a quad.
It's a quad? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's original from 1946, their flagship.
Oh. Somebody did their homework.
Right? He's
Thanks, Joe.
been online all day, I noticed, since he got here.
Got to do something.
Almost kind of. Maybe it's clove
No.
or wine. Or like
I
a
see what
port
you
wine.
mean.
Yeah.
Definitely
It's
has a
dank,
boozy taste.
Basementy smell. That's kind of what I'm getting. So whatever it's aged.
It's smooth.
I think you're right.
It's really velvety. Is it for a mouthfeel? I mean, it's really. I like how it feels going down. But again, very boozy.
Yeah, I tasted the booze,
And I think
definitely, but smooth. It's
10%?
amazingly
Is that
smooth.
what it was?
It's 10%. I think it hides the booziness. Kind of hides any bitterness at all. It's not bitter at all.
Yeah, and
It's a little
It is-
malty, but mild.
It is boozy though. I think that's what I can almost like feel the alcohol in my tongue.
Not a whiskey barrel. Definitely. It's
No.
more.
it definitely maybe a bourbon barrel, I would say.
No,
You don't
it's
think
not
so?
a whiskey. No, because that really gives a solid flavor. He'd pick that up in a second.
Yeah, I don't
It does
think so.
identify whiskey quite well.
And I don't identify any whiskey at all. I
Um,
really get berries
so
or like a
overall-
wine.
I think
Overall, I get
if
a
we
very
go
strong
ratings,
flavor from it, though.
What'd you give it?
It's not. Could be better, could be worse. I'm gonna go 6.5. So 6. Yeah, we'll go 6.
I'll do 12 divided by 2.
I honestly, I'm gonna go at 6.75. I do like
Jesus
this.
Christ.
Okay.
6
For
and 6
an
is
Abbey
12,
style
6
ale,
is
I do like
18,
that.
18 and 3/4 divided by 3 is something.
Something. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out when I do the editing. But
Awesome. Cheers.
it's gonna work into about 7.25, probably.
Either way, I can never drink it again. and that
6
would
and
be
a 6
okay.
and 6 3/4 is nowhere close to 7.25.
No, 6.25.
Well, cheers.
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 We're gonna finish this up and get back to you.
Paturk!
Paturk from St. Bernardus. Ooh.
Yes, I'll have
All
it.
right, what do we got? Does it say an ABV on this one?
I think this one was
6.7.
Yeah, I was going to say about
You're
6.
supposed to look before the video.
Yeah,
It's okay.
well,
It's about 6.
this is a brown ale,
Yes.
a double brown ale.
It's a double and also referred to in some of their write-ups as a brown ale. So I'm expecting more of a brown ale taste, flavor, smell. It goes back to the 46 recipe as well. Cheers.
Definitely a sweeter smell than the App 12, which probably has a different name too.
I don't think you did that one wrong, but nothing's beyond us.
Joey, what'd you think of it?
My face probably was a little harsher than But it's good.
Why don't you take another sip and try it again?
Gladly.
Oh, Joe.
So it does have quite the smell. It's different than the quadruple.
It has the flavor that's dominant is definitely like an apple type of vibe.
I'm getting more of a pear, but
Pear.
I mean
Pear.
similar.
Grows off a tree, right?
I don't think I don't get a cider vibe out of this at all.
No.
No.
I mean, cider and apple are not necessarily the same thing, but
No. No, you
it's-
can have apple flavor without cider.
I'm not quite
But
sure.
I'm not getting apple.
it's just where your brain goes when you.
It's
taste
very
the
sweet.
apple.
It's much sweeter,
Yeah, it's
I
definitely a
think.
sweet beer. Absolutely.
but
It's got better head and lacing than quadruple.
it definitely does.
I
I take a look at that.
in comparison to the quadruple, do you like that more or
It's different.
different? Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different.
I don't.
It's sweeter.
It is definitely sweeter.
Easier to drink.
I don't know.
You don't think it's easier to drink? It's
I think
definitely a
the
lighter
sweeter-
beer. Lighter beer.
Makes it a little bit harder for me to drink, but that's me.
I could only drink so many if they're that sweet.
Yeah, that's true. It could cause.
So that does have an effect on that.
But
If I buy
drink
a
this
4-pack and I'm only having one,
That's okay.
one at a time.
is it?
That's all right.
Oh,
Depends who you're asking. But I don't hate it. It's right in the middle for me though. There's nothing I love about it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5.
5. Well, I mean, I'm not getting any kind of. I don't know. It kind of has a burst of fruit in the middle. I mean, it's interesting.
First apple.
What are you gonna give it, Fred?
Jesus, you want me to rate it that fast?
I don't know.
Take
I'm
another
still
sip.
savoring.
Take
You know, I'm
another
trying
sip.
to.
I'm gonna give it a 5 3/4.
All right, 5 3/4. I think I'm gonna give this one. I like this, but it is a little too sweet for me. I'll probably give this one a 6.
Okay. Comes in right around 5.6.
I'm gonna have to stay with my 5.
5.
We didn't ask you to change it.
Well, I was gonna take another sip for another opinion, but apparently
We all got tested. We're fine.
Yesterday.
it's a 5.
So
All right.
that's a cheers.
That's
I'm gonna finish this up, and we'll get back to you with Prior 8. Prior 8 from St Bernardus. This is a double pale ale, I'm assuming,
Double.
We don't really know. We're just drinking them.
or a double ale Abbey ale. It's 8% alcohol.
Yes.
Says it's paired best with meat,
Or a stew,
stew.
like rabbit.
Ooh, game stew. Interesting.
I don't eat tofu stew.
Raccoon, maybe.
Tofu stew. Isn't that miso soup?
I eat stew.
Well, it's pretty dark in color. It's got an interesting tinge of color to it too.
It actually does. It's almost like a burgundy. A little reddish hue.
It is reddish. You can see that in the foam up on top. This was fruity. What do you think?
I definitely get a fruity berry notes. Berry
Berry.
smell.
Berries. You?
Yeah, berries. It's,
Maybe even almost a cherry.
Cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. And maybe a darker berry.
Cherry.
A dark cherry.
Darker berry. Yeah,
Cherry,
dark
apples,
Yeah,
fruit,
that's a good way to
trees.
put it. Definitely, it has the dark cherry fruit flavor. It's very basic to me.
Again, though, the lacing is just fantastic. And it's dense foam. Small, tiny bubbles.
Bitter.
It definitely has a little bitter to
Yeah,
it.
it's definitely bitter.
It's got
Definitely
more
bitter.
bite.
Not like a sour type of bitter though. It's kind of a different vibe to it. I don't know how to explain.
No,
it.
this is more like a pale ale. Like an Indian pale ale almost.
It is like an IPA. Really, you're right.
That kind of bitter. But it also has that maltiness of a
Brown ale.
an Abbey or a brown
Hey, I don't
ale.
hate it. What do you guys think?
I
I
don't
think
hate
it's
it.
almost like a good blend of the two styles of beer.
It's not as sweet, which I like.
It isn't as sweet. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
no.
better balanced.
Yeah, it's got a nice. The aroma matches up with the flavor, like you said. It's got the cherry. It's not too sweet, but it's got a right amount of bitters. I like it. It's
Raisins.
not. None of these beers.
Raisins, yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
raisins.
raisins,
That's a good pick. I mean, I can actually now that you mention that, that's something I'm kind of Picking up.
Random.
Okay. I think I can't unsee that now that you said it. But
Yeah.
Do you see the California
I
raisin?
think what we thought was cherry was raisin.
I heard it through the grapevine.
What'd you hear?
You're too young.
Okay. It's nice.
Children of the 80s will know that one.
You're more like children of the corn, but
What's your rating?
What's your rating, Joe?
I'm gonna go with it's probably my favorite out of the 3 so far, so I'll go 6.5 on this one.
I'm gonna go 6 1/4.
6 1/4.
Yeah.
Really?
Nothing's really going over our 6 today.
No, this is 6
not
1/4,
great.
6
Yeah,
1/2,
not
6. I
having-
could go either one of those. I think this is a mid-range okay beer.
That's how
I think
feel
it's
about- yeah.
well balanced.
Yeah, but there's a lot of well balanced out there. I mean, it doesn't really put it over the top.
Do you like the balance? Is the
I do
question.
like the
Yeah,
balance.
that's the better
It has a
question.
good balance of bitter and a little bit of sweet.
Complex. It's fruity.
I'm gonna go with 6.75.
Yeah, it figures. All right, at least we're in agreement. Some of us are, right? Joe?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yep. Hey, on to the next
We're
one.
gonna finish this up and get back to the next one.
Cheers.
This is the Tripel from St. Bernardus. This is a blonde
What
ale.
you laughing about?
This is our 4th beer from this brewery
Is this
in
hard?
Watteau,
What?
Watteau,
What two?
Belgium.
Oh, the
But this is a much lighter beer,
I know where it's
as
from.
you can see.
Yeah.
A little cloudy.
I'm not
Does
getting
have a
much
little
of an
haze to it.
aroma. You smelling shit?
Yeah, you got an aroma. It's like smelling a loaf of bread.
Yes.
You had to be told that?
Something like that.
It's
I
like
don't know if
getting
it's bready,
smacked.
but almost floral.
It's like
too.
getting smacked in the face with a French
All of
baguette.
these beers have had some sort of flowery, floral, woodsy kind of smell.
Well, that's what they would use. That's what you used way back when. It's the natural what the earth gave you.
Damn,
it's the
Joe,
basics.
Did you just have an epiphany or something? You
It
just
was
came
the
up with
It's
some
kind of like
knowledge.
the
It's the
schmegma
DMT.
in between your toes.
A connection with the whole universe.
Yeah,
Either way,
It's a blonde ale.
it's
really.
a blonde ale. It's light.
This is the lightest of the 4. You can tell just by looking at the color.
It's got an interesting, unique flavor.
It does. It's kind of sweet. It's got
Yeah.
a little bready feel to it. Bready taste.
Bread is an interesting and unique.
It's very
flavor.
misleading for the Tripel label. Not what
True.
I'm typically used to for a Tripel. When I get a Tripel, I expect this hefty alcohol, malty brew.
I don't know. Like the other Tripels we've had have been kind of similar.
You think so?
I do. Like the Von Trapp one and the other one we had.
We didn't have a Tripel from Von Trapp.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I might be wrong.
And we'll go back to the archives to figure that one out after.
Typically, typically the Tripels we've had have been triple IPAs and or aged pale ales,
Okay, maybe.
which are considered Tripels. They're aged, I don't know,
I didn't
fermented 3
I didn't
times
like them
or something
before.
like that. But the alcohol volume is between
I think
7.5
Joe's got
and
some of those labels on here. I didn't like them
11.
before.
Yeah, if you ever need to look back on a beer, I think I have you covered.
Yeah.
But I will say, as far as today goes, this is my favorite beer. I'm going to start the rating off for us. I'm going to go 6.75.
Wow. I'm gonna go 6 1/4.
I'm gonna do a 6 on this one. This is my least favorite.
How
of
about a
all of
6
them.
1/2?
It's very light, very bready
Yeah.
for me.
It is very bready. That's the one thing I take away. It seems like a very basic light American beer, if I'm being really honest.
Kind of does seem like
Kind of like the champagne and beers.
No.
It actually,
No.
yes.
What's
it
up with
does-
you and highlighters lately?
It does actually have that
Very
high
nice,
life
isn't it?
sweetness to it.
But
That's exactly, honestly, that's exactly what it tastes like to me.
But yeah, it's like a basic.
It's a really
American beer.
expensive high life. Cheers.
Cheers.
it's the champagne and beers, guys. Come on. Till next time.
Till next time, thanks for joining us. We'll be back to America soon.
Boom!
Well, that was scary.
You know.
We did this once already. But either way,
Yeah.
this is St. Bernardus, and that was our review of St. Bernardus. Joe,
I thought it was. No,
or
it's-
Tap,
What,
whoever.
what are you looking for from me? I mean, I was here for him, but
Did you change?
I did change. I got the sweatshirt on. It got a little chilly down here.
Oh. Oh,
That's a nice sweatshirt.
that is a nice sweatshirt.
And anybody who else agrees watching could own one of their own. They just found their way to teespring.com/craftbeercult.com.
Or our website has the link to all of our.
/store.
If you go to our website, thecraftbeercult.com,
You find links to Instagram,
you'll
YouTube,
find links to everything we
Twitter.
have. Yep.
Teespring,
Especially the store, which is, that's what pays
merch.
us.
It's called merch on the website.
Yeah.
The store.
We got merch.
Don't forget to like this before you leave.
And don't forget, you can be a member of the Craft Beer Cults. All you need to do,
Oh, sure.
Grab a
Sure.
t-shirt.
and
But-
you're in.
As far as St. Bernardus goes,
Whoa! Holy shit, you said the name right.
Brought
I know,
it
right?
back to
And we
the
didn't have to prompt you. This is
I know.
amazing.
Well, I'm reading the teleprompter, but I can
Ah.
spell for once.
There it is.
Holy
But-
shit, we have a teleprompter.
We
I know,
got
wait.
upgrade.
Big things happening here. New
Where
lighting package
did
coming
that
soon.
come from?
Thank you to the teleprompting company.
But as far as this goes, I can't say a lot because I don't know about the actual brewery. I've never been. We don't know anybody
You
that's
probably
been
will
to
never
the
go.
location.
There's a guest house.
I have
there.
no plans to
There is
ever
a guest
go.
house.
But there's a guest house at the
There
brewery.
is a, we may go.
That's
I don't know.
right. So maybe there's a place to
Future
stay.
trip.
There's a place to stay. You don't twist my arm. But these 4 beers, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe my opinion's not the best, but they weren't for me. I wouldn't go back to this. Well, wow, I feel like I let that air out of the room with that.
You kind of did.
I think it was a pleasure to be able to try these beers and to say that I've had them.
Mm.
They're pretty well renowned in the world, and quite frankly, I have no idea why the fuck they are.
He was so
I mean,
professional.
They're pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty good out there. So
That's how I feel about it. That's why
How
I'm
I
not
feel.
going back to them.
I actually like them. Most of them. The last one I didn't. The Tripel, not really my
That was
thing.
my favorite.
but it's not the thing about liking them. I mean, we all liked shitty beer before.
I really didn't.
I like shitty beers. That was you.
Fuck outta here, these
That was
fuckers
just
are
you.
lying.
I mean, the shittiest beer I ever drank that I actually enjoyed was Miller High Life.
Champagne.
And that was just like,
I drank Blue
This
Moons
one.
until we got here.
Yeah. Well,
But anyway,
For
I
a
guess
rating?
I'm going to be honest, and usually I say, I'm nice enough to say, hey, if you see it, pick it up. But you told me they were expensive.
they were.
So
These weren't cheap.
if you see it, maybe move on to something a little cheaper. It's probably going to be better.
just send me your money. I'll give you something else in return that tastes better.
We told you can't plug your OnlyFans here. But anyway, OnlyFans.com/TapModi.
And your rating?
Um,
Anybody? Get it, chime in?
I really don't want
With
to rate
that
it.
action?
You don't want to rate
Actually-
it? That's what you do.
6 1/4.
6 1/4. Oof. Going 5.5.
I'm going to rate these a 6.75.
Is that what you rated everything?
Just
Most of
about.
the beers, yeah.
All of our ratings are pretty
Except for
close.
the last one.
So it's about a 6.
Roughly overall for the
About.
St. Bernardus. Well,
Well,
You just put me to sleep.
there's better, there's worse. That's what this was.
It's better, there's worse, and then there's your OnlyFans, which falls right in the middle, just like these beers.
well,
Like, subscribe.
that was St. Bernardus. Cheers.
All right.
Maybe next week we'll have something else these guys like a little
Did
bit.
your wife watch this? Did they blow up your spot?